Good morning. My name is Kel Casey. I'm one of the information officers, and it's Saturday, August 4th at 5 a.m. You're live right here at the Incident Command Post in Merlin, Oregon for an update on the Taylor Creek Fire. Thanks for joining us. This is First Fire Facts, your live at 5 broadcast. And if you're firefighters out there in the night shift, thanks for doing another great job holding that line out there. Acreage today, 36,400 acres approximately. Containment remains at 34%. We have 1,234 firefighters in the fire, and of that, 93 are of the Oregon State Fire Marshal's Office. Okay, evacuation levels. Nothing changed from yesterday, but 513 residents had come in the previous day after the Pickett Creek area dropped from a 3 to a 2. There are still 15 residences in level 3, displacing 45 folks, and that's in the Gillese Creek Road area and the Taylor Creek Road. Gillese remains at a level 2. As more equipment moved in the area yesterday, and the contingency group got established north of Bear Creek Road. All this is subject to change, and you want to check the Josephine County's Sheriff's Office webpage, and we love checking out the JOCO, Jefferson County ArcGIS site, and we'll post a link to that later. That's where you can type in your address and see the interactive map. So yesterday, the cooler temperatures and favorable winds allowed firefighters to make much more progress with our firing operations, and I'll cover these later. That's why you saw a lot of smoke coming off the Taylor Creek fire. And for everyone who recently returned home, those 513 folks we just talked about, you need to know that there's a wide cold buffer between your home and the interior of the fire. There's a minimum of 150 feet that the firefighters have been mopping up and continue to mop up. All of the surface fuels have burned out. That's part of our strategic firing operation. When it comes down to our line, that means the fuel is gone. There's still a lot of stumps and logs, however, that are burning and will continue to smolder in the interior. Those heavy fuels, especially when they kind of get aligned and jackpotty. Crews remain mopping up in that area 24/7 with engines and the structural protection specialists from the Oregon State Fire Marshal's Office. You might see fire hose, you might hear chainsaws, you're going to definitely see folks patrolling. And the level 2 is in place in the Pickett Creek area until the sheriff decides that he's going to just reduce it. Okay, the Rogue River remains closed from Hog Creek Bridge to Gillese Boat Ramp, and that could change at any time. We want to check for updates. The Bear Camp Road is closed during the firefight. Update on the Klondike fire. Firefighters began strategic firing on their eastern primary containment line along the 25 road, and that put up a lot of smoke. The sheriff moved the Illinois River Road from a 2 up to a 3. The 3 is the go, and you can see that change on the JOCO ArcGIS map. The Incident Commander, Noel Livingston, over at the Klondike Fire is giving an update on their Facebook page. So you want to go and type in Klondike and NatG's fire information. And he's been actually doing that every morning. But since there's been so much activity over there, this morning would be a good morning to tune in. So yesterday's operations. Crews continued to snag this lower area in the Limpy and Shan Creek area. Snag is looking for trees that are dangerous and dropping them on the ground. They're also patrolling. You can see that there's some more black line up here, patrolling all the way up to Hog and Pickett. So the black line is actually increased, but the percentage didn't change because we have some fire growth on the west side. So this is now black line all the way up to Hog Creek area. In the Taylor Creek area, where I showed you yesterday that the Baker hotshots are working, they continue to put ground fire on, and they actually slowed their pace in the afternoon because the winds were picking up a little bit. And when you put fire on the ground with your drip torches, you have to be patient. You want to keep the right intensity. So Baker, good call out there. They handed off their torches to Prineville. Prineville hotshots are the night shift in that area, and they'll continue burning today. The operations chief expects that we'll have black line all the way to our containment line in this Taylor Creek area by the end of shift today or tomorrow. I told you yesterday about the aerial PSD operations. That's our ping pong ball, the balls that can drop a little bit of fire out of the helicopter onto the ground and create backing fires. That was in wide use yesterday because of these favorable conditions. We anticipate the weather working in our favor, and then we take advantage of it. Our goal is to shorten the duration of this fire and the impact it has in your lives. We put a picture up this morning, or last night, to announce this live feed that shows some of those ridge tops that have the PSD on, and we'll continue to give you visuals. But just suffice it to say that the PSD machine has been working along the ridge tops of the northern end of the fire. And yesterday it actually initiated the first burn that's gonna back towards Bear Creek Road. This is really good news because when we do it on our terms and it marches slowly down the hillsides and mountainsides, it's at a lower intensity and we avoid that extreme blow up that can happen when a wind and alignment happen of a natural fire. The Arias PLD in Antler Creek went on yesterday. I know they're looking at the upper corner here around Soldier Camp today to get an opportunity to lock in this corner. The heavy helicopters were very busy yesterday, including some National Guard helicopters. And what they do is they go up and they support the aerial operation so that any area that's getting a little bit of energy, they can take it out with the bucket drops and cool it down. We want the fire to march down towards our containment lines at a nice even pace. We want to avoid the tree mortality and we want to avoid that energy buildup. Medford Crew 10, the local Type 2IA crew, continues to work off to the west side. Grayback was doing some work on Trome Ridge yesterday. Our primary containment line is 2402 Road, so we'll expect to see more fire on that. The retardant ships were ordered again. These are the airplanes that drop the big orange lines of retardant. Now you can't just order those days in advance and not use the retardant right away. It does have a shelf life on the trees. So there was smoke issues yesterday. We'll order them up again today. Reminder, our goal really is to keep this fire as small as possible. We know it's impacting the folks who live in Gillese Creek Road, the air quality all around here, and especially the river access, the hunting access, and the transportation access. When we have opportunities, we're going to take them. The fuels are at record or near record lows. That means that the live fuel marshes in the herbaceous, the bushes and lower lying vegetation, and the trees, they just don't have much moisture and they're decreasing all the time. This was a very, very, very hot July, and as you know, August is looking just as hot, and this reprieve is about to end. Tonight, community briefing at the North Valley High School. We'd love to see you out there again, 6 p.m. We have seats for about 400 or 500 people. We do the live streaming. Certainly you can watch it at home. If for any reason the live stream fails, we also have a second camera that records the whole thing so we can post it to you. This will be a briefing on the fire. It'll also give you a chance to speak with your emergency management team here, Sarah, and her team, and talk about the evacuation levels in general, going forward in the community, some Firewise principles, and we want you to be there and participate. We take advantage of the knowledge we have. We're going to continue to do that. If we have more opportunities today, we're going to take them. We don't want to be always reactive, so while the weather's good, you're going to see more smoke again today. Be careful out there while driving. A lot of folks went home, but we still have patrols. The engines and trucks want to get around and look around your houses, so just be careful. Notice that how big they are and give them space, please. Watch out number 15. We always try to give you a standing firefighter or watch out number 15. And the incident meteorologist brought this up yesterday. Winds increase and or change direction. That's a big watch out for firefighters. So far the winds have been favorable. We're going to keep a close eye on it today. We're going to have our troops stay in radio contact with the incident meteorologist. So if there's a big shift, we can get everybody ready. And we want to tell you again, neighbors helping neighbors, the way you all help each other in this feed, the way you put out your signs to the firefighters, it makes a difference. You're making a difference in our world. The Green Pant Nation appreciates it. We don't designate from these badges what agency we're from. Our mission is to get you back to some sort of a normal life, and we appreciate it. We'll see you here again live at 5 a.m. We'll be putting up all kinds of interesting footage throughout the day to educate you on our use of drones and the use of the aerial PSD. So stay tuned to Facebook. We'll also put those on into it. Thanks so much.